foster the manufacturing base. Instead of giving incentives to the film industry to move here, why don't we give incentives to the industries that are already here to stay here? I want to encourage young families to move here, stay here, come back here through the same kind of tax incentives and those sorts of things, rather than have them move out of state like we have right now. We have a great educated populace, great state institutions as far as education, but with all the foreclosed homes and those sorts of things, we're losing revenue in order to be paying for our police officers and everybody else. So when you start losing security, you're going to start losing people more and more. It's a three-legged stool that you have education, security, and jobs. And we don't have jobs, so that's affecting the other two legs. And we got to do something about the jobs. And Mark Schauer has spent most of his time dealing with healthcare, cap and trade, and stimulus. None of those things have done anything to help us with jobs. President Obama said the stimulus package would keep our unemployment rate at about 8%. I knew Michigan was already above that, but Michigan, most of this district's above the national average. Some of the parts of this district have 20% unemployment. So, as a business owner, if you're in this district and you have Mark Schauer saying cap and trade, and you're looking at that, are you going to expand your business? Are you going to hire anybody but temporary workers? There's a complete lack of leadership, not just in Mark Schauer, but the president. Because we don't know what the next step is going to be, what the future holds for business owners in this country and this state, especially with the specter of cap and trade hanging over everybody's head. And there's still no plan, from the president for jobs. After a year and a half, we still don't know what his plan for jobs is.
We've had, really going back to Bush administration even, had AIG bailout. We've had the banks bailout on Wall Street that was voted on by Obama and McCain, both of them. We've had the auto industry bailout before the bankruptcy. And I've heard talk now even of a news media bailout that's been pushed for in some corners.
News
Or
media bailout?
Newspapers, like New York Times and those people are.
Fox News is doing pretty good.
Do you think that these bailouts are a good thing to have, or should the failure of some of these big businesses go down and have smaller businesses move up to replace the vacuum?
I think bailouts, the whole notion of business is too big to fail is it's a bad notion. We're a capitalist country, and sometimes businesses fail, sometimes big businesses fail. And if AIG would have been allowed to fail, we probably would have had stronger institutions that grew up out there. Instead, we own 80% of AIG to the tune of $185 billion. And I think I read in the Wall Street Journal that they still have toxic assets to the tune of $300 billion. So there's still a time bomb waiting to happen at AIG. The whole TARP plan that did start under Bush was supposed to buy all these toxic assets up, and it wasn't used the way it was sold. I was very reticent when this whole idea of TARP came up. I know I wasn't involved in politics at the time, but I was against it because, again, I don't trust government, and I don't trust the fact that you're going to take $780 billion plus of taxpayer money, really our children's money, and fix the problem that Wall Street created or others created. What we ended up doing is privatizing everybody's gains and then socializing their losses. That's not the way that America should work. Yes, sir.
You said about the temporary employment. How do you stand on that?
Well, I'd rather have permanent employment rather than temporary employment. I was at, it wasn't Alvaro Steel, it was Westinghouse. They have a big factory here in Jackson. A lot of the people they've hired because they were hired